Very good morning. Very good morning. And Jain everyone, those are present online. Right. So, all the modules of the hybrid class also being uploaded in your app and it's all published. If you wanted to watch, you can. Right. And we have completed, I think that yesterday, yeah. We have completed the chapter legislature. Already I explained, you can say. There are two types of power sharing. The power sharing can be vertical power sharing and it can be a horizontal power sharing. This already I explained you. And in class 10 also we study about what is vertical power sharing and what is horizontal power sharing. So the power can be shared. This is not power sharing. Power can be shared, vertical power sharing and horizontal power sharing. What is vertical power sharing? Vertical means something which goes from top to bottom or bottom to top. This is vertical power sharing. And horizontal power sharing means this is not a parallel. The powers flow in a parallel direction. That is horizontal power sharing. So, in vertical power sharing, we talk about levels of government. The powers flow from top to bottom level. Suppose if we can give the example of my organization, the school like organization. So from top to bottom means at the top my secretary is there. After that my directors, then post of principal, then administrators, then coordinators, then teachers. It goes like this, right? So this is a vertical power set because here we are having superior authority. Like principal, his superior authority is director, secretary. These are the superior authority. If you go to next post, then these are the three superior authority. If you can come to this level, these are all the superior authority. So the power flows like this. But here the power, usually the share you can say, or the work being shared in both the directions. Right? It's not unidirectional. Maybe the authority flow in unidirections from top to bottom, but the you can say discussions and each and everything is flowing both the directions. Right? So this is what known as vertical power sharing. So in a vertical power sharing in a country like India, what we are having central government at the top, central government. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के नीचे कौन है? स्टेट गवर्नमेंट. स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के नीचे कौन है? लोकल गवर्नमेंट्स. लोकल गवर्नमेंट्स में पंचायती राज आते हैं. So this is not the vertical power sharing. At the top, you are having the federal government with the prime ministers and the council of ministers. Coming to the next one, the state government with the chief ministers and the council of ministers, and the local self government. Local self government consisting of panchayati raj, that is gram panchayat, panchayat samiti, and Jila Parishad, that's known as local self government. In local self, this also you are urban self government and local self government, urban self government and local self government. So rather I can write it Panchayati Raj, right? PR, Panchayati Raj. The local self government is Gram Panchayat at the bottom level, then it comes sequence Panchayat Samiti, then Jila Parishad. In urban self government, it's municipal corporation, municipality, and notified area council. So this is what the vertical power sharing. Right? And in terms of the horizontal, and this already I discussed about central government, parliament, and the role of the prime minister and council of ministers. Already I discussed. We discussed yesterday about the state government also, how the state government form and their powers and function. And this part is left out, maybe in the later part of the chapters. Yeah, we are going to discuss. In terms of the horizontal power sharing, already we discussed about these are our organs, and the organs are legislature, executive, and judiciary. These are all the parallel organs. You can say the powers flow in a parallel directions, right? They are not subordinate to anyone else. I was talking about, you might remember, the hierarchy of Sunbeam Academy, in which secretary at the top, then director, then the principal, then the administrator. It means someone is under someone else. This is known as subordination. Subordinate. Right? So in a vertical power sharing you have subordination. Subordinate होते हैं कि कोई किसी का अंडर होता है. But in a horizontal power sharing there is no subordination. These are all parallel. All are independent. Rather, you can say the conjugal are interdependent. They are interdependent to each other, right? Legislatures already we discussed about those who makes laws and how this executive they control over executive legislature, that also we have discussed. Executive already we have discussed about those are going to execute the law right from the president of India in the council of ministers and the bureaucrats. Everything we read about. And the last one is judiciary, which today we are going to start. Yeah, those who are watching me online, it I can see Satyam Singh is there, Amrit Kashyap is there, Saurabh Tiwari is there. Those who are online, please make a research and let me know how many high courts are there in India, how many Supreme Courts are there in India, how many district courts are there in India, right? So the topic we are supposed to do judiciary. So in the organs, you can see the third and very important organs is judiciary. And our judiciary is independent and impartial. Independent and our judiciary is completely an independent and impartial judiciary. Judicial system, you can say, is independent and impartial, though the laws and all those things may be made by your legislatures, maybe executions done by executive, but judiciary का जो decision होता है, final decision होता है. You might have come across in the news and each and everything, Supreme Court and others, how much important role they play. And पूरा सरकार चाहे वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट हो या स्टेट गवर्नमेंट हो या सीबीआई हो या who else it may be, सब इन्हीं के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है. वो जो डिसीजन देंगे, that is binding to each and every one. That cannot be challenged. Right? So now I told you have 25 high courts in India. Satyam Singh has told 34 high courts. No, it cannot be 34. Beta, check. Is it 25 high courts or 22 high courts? Please check and let me know. Right? Not necessary that each and every state they have their high courts. Not necessary each and every state they have their high courts. Right? A few states they don't have high courts. They are having bench. Anyway, so this is what the judicial system. So in the judiciary, as already I told you that it is independent and impartial judiciary. And what exactly the judiciary do? एकदम लेवल लैंग्वेज में अगर हम जुडिशरी को समझते हैं तो लोग क्या समझते हैं? जुडिशरी मतलब लोग समझते क्या है? कोर्ट. Very true. That because all those decisions, the legal bindings or the legal decisions are supposed to be given by the courts only. And courts जो decision देगा, that is binding and mandatory to each and every citizen of the country. Apart from that, the most and the foremost and very important aspect of the judiciary is the protection of your constitutions. It protects the constitution. Protection of the constitutions. Constitution को कौन प्रोटेक्ट करेगा? कोर्ट प्रोटेक्ट करता है. सुप्रीम कोर्ट प्रोटेक्ट. In case of the violation of any rules and regulations, who else it may be? Violations can be done by who? Violation can be done by me as an individual. Violation can be done by an organization. Violation can be done by the government, government officials, central government, state government, governors, president, anyone. Except in the name of the president, no case can be lodged in any of the court. Otherwise, you can file a case against anyone else. Right? Yes, this is true. So, you are having in India, in how the judicial system goes. Before you go to the deep discussion, you can say you need to know the overall highlights so that it makes easier in the later time. So, in judicial system, you can say you are having the hierarchy, or in terms of the hierarchy, you are having the courts, right? So, at the top, it's Supreme Court. At the top, you are having the Supreme Court, which is otherwise known as apex court. Is also known as apex court. So at the top, you are having the Supreme Court, that otherwise known as the apex courts, followed by high courts. Followed by high courts. High courts are basically in every state, generally, not in all the states, but it's in the state level, the second hierarchy of the court. And this is only in New Delhi. Right? Then we'll be having district court. Like Varanasi is having a district court. Right? Every district has its own courts. That's district courts. And below that also we are having subordinate court. Subordinate courts. Oh, the court of first class magistrate, the court of second class magistrate, then the post of SDJM, like that. Different courts that you are having. This is known as lower. These are known as lower. So you are having only one Supreme Court, right? You have 25 high courts. You have 25 high courts. So you can ask me, sir, 29 states हैं, 700 union territories हैं. So इतना कम क्यों? Because some states are there, they combinedly they are having one high court, right? So once we are going to read thoroughly this particular chapter, so I'll be explaining which states having combined high courts and at which place. And at the same time, each and every district they are having district courts generally. So it's around 672 district courts. Thank you, Satyam. 672 district courts are there in India, and approximately, right? And the cases are big. Initially, you can say whenever any dispute arises, anything arises, the cases are first being referred to the district court, because the district court is in your district level. आपका करीब का पहला जो कोर्ट होता है, that is district court. तो कोई भी इश्यूज होंगे तो पहले डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट में उसको लॉन्च की जाएगी या उसके नीचे वाला कोर्ट. So district courts are also of two types of cases. Is here generally three types of cases: civil case, criminal case, and revenue case. These are the three types of cases. Generally, more or less, you know about civil cases and the criminal cases. When the civil judge or the court which is going to hear the cases of any criminal nature is known as session court. Also, that's known as session court. So, this is what exactly the hierarchy of the judicial system in India. At the top, you will have in the Supreme Court. It means, if suppose in any of the disputes, it happens in Varanasi, then what this party they do? They are going to file the case in the district courts. डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट क्या करेगा? डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट उसका जजमेंट देगा, वर्डिक्ट मिलेगा. सपोज पार्टी ए एंड बी एंड द केस बीइंग फाइल्ड एंड the decision or the verdict being given against party A, then what the party A can do? Party A is also having the right, this is the fundamental right. He or she can challenge the decision of the district court in the high courts. He can challenge the decision of the district courts in the high courts. And high court में फिर केस चलना शुरू हो जाएगा, विल्सन केस हाई कोर्ट में चलना शुरू हो जाएगा. हाई कोर्ट विल गिव द जजमेंट. सपोज हाई कोर्ट जजमेंट दे दिया, तो सिमिलर जजमेंट जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट बोला है उसी को हाई कोर्ट एक्सेप्ट कर दिया, सपोज कि नहीं वही है, verdict cannot be changed, right? In that case, यहाँ पे भी सपोज ये जो डिसीजन यहाँ था और डिसीजन यहाँ पे चैलेंज हुआ, लेकिन हाई कोर्ट की सब डिसीजन है गिवन. Then you can challenge this decision of high court also in the Supreme Court. You can take the example of a recent case of, you can say, Arnab Goswami, right? The editor of the Republic TV, you can say. So the cases was in district court in Mumbai, then case was in high court of Mumbai, high court का मुंबई में उसको बेल नहीं मिला. Then what they did? They immediately go to Supreme Court and Supreme Court से बेल मिल गया. Right? So that even the decision of the high court can be challenged in the Supreme Court. In a few cases, that's only in case of the death sentence, right? Even Supreme Court भी दे दिया death sentence. Suppose death sentence of Mr. X, High Court बोला कि उसको डेथ सेंटेंस दे दो, टू बी हैंग्ड, सॉरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में गया, हाई कोर्ट में गया तो हाई कोर्ट में भी बोला गया कि टू बी हैंग्ड, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में गया तो वहीं भी बोला गया चलो डेथ सेंटेंस ही मिलेगा, देन दिस पर्टिकुलर पर्सन ही कैन रिक्वेस्ट, he can send his petition that must pardon certificate. Already I told you the president is having the authority to give pardon to president of India. प्रेसिडेंट चाहे तो मिस्टर एक्स का जो पनिशमेंट को रिड्यूस कर सकता है या पनिशमेंट समान रहे या पूरा पूरा उनको चाहे तो बरी कर सकता है. दिस इज व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द जुडिशियल हायरार्की ऑफ इंडिया, राइट? So before you go to all those cases and कैसे क्या होता है, you need to know that your constitution, मैंने बोला कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का प्रोटेक्शन जुडिशियल करता है, जुडिशियरी करता है, राइट? ए पार्ट इन द ऑल द लॉज मेड बाय legislatures, right? The laws made by the legislatures is जो laws को interpretation के law सही है कि गलत है, on the basis of our constitutions the laws are right or wrong, this interpretation also done by the court. Interpretation of laws, इस laws का भी interpret करने वाला कोर्ट होता है कि जो legislation पास किया गया वो सही है या गलत है. That's the interpretation of the laws also supposed to be made by the judiciary. Right? So that's all for today. I don't want to start the chapter. Only I wanted to give the introductions today. That's why introduction being given to all of you. So from Monday onwards, we'll start the chapter. Okay. Take care. All the best. God bless you.